Hey lovies, welcome to my channel, Craft Away with May. I'm May. Welcome to my old and new stubbies. I'm so glad to have you all here with me today. I'd like to stop by and welcome you guys to the channel. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and hyping. Okay, we know that hype button is really important right now. So once you hit that like button, scroll to your right and smash the hype button. Hype your girl up. Alright, I'm going to stop running my mouth and we're going to jump into this first project, lovies. All right, lovies, so we're jumping into this first project, and we're starting with this wood plate that I got from Hobby Lobby. I did get it 40% off. I just can't remember how much it was. I want to say like 5 something, 4 something. I'm not really sure, but again, got it when it was 40% off. As you can see, I'm going in with some red and white paint, and then next I'm just going to go in and kind of highlight the inner rim there and the outer rim of the plate using some of my antique gold rubbing buff. Okay, and as I've shared with you guys probably on the last few videos, I'm really into the traditional colors. I always am, but this year I'm just really about that red and white with the little green, little gold. Like, it's really speaking to me. And so I'm just enjoying that. But this video is Cardinal theme, lovies. I love Cardinals. I've always wanted to do a video dedicated to Cardinals. Now, I have incorporated them in years past, but never have actually dedicated a whole video to it. So I'm super excited about that. I hope you guys like all the projects today because I absolutely love them. So what I'm going to do here, once I get that plate all nice and prepped, I'm going in with one of these transfers. It's just a wreath and it has Merry Christmas in the middle of it, and I thought it would look absolutely beautiful in the middle or in the center of this plate because again, I'm looking at that red, that white, that green with just a little pop of gold, and it is really making my heart happy. Okay. And I love this particular transfer. Now, if you have not worked with rub-on transfers or rub-on stickers or anything of that nature, all you do is you just take it off the backing with the transfer sheet, apply it to whatever surface you like. As long as it's clean and prepped, you should have no issues. But once you lay it down, you just give it a little rub, dub, apply a little pressure to it basically, and then you start pulling up that backing. If it doesn't work the first time, lay it back down, rub, pull it up again, and it should transfer over perfectly. Okay, so I did get these off of Amazon, I believe, but you know, you could probably find them on Temu too. I don't know. But anyway, so I absolutely love that. Again, that little pop of gold is like really making me happy. So then what I did right here is from another rub-on transfer set I had that was in my stash, I took one of these little tiny Cardinals and I just overlapped it with the other transfer and it blended perfect. You would have thought that they were just that it came that way actually, and I love that end result. And just like the first part, I just rubbed it on, pulled off that backing, and there you have it. I truly love this. So you are going to see Cardinals incorporated some way throughout all of the projects, and I do have 5.5 for you because one of them is not technically a craft, it's just kind of zhuzhing a piece up, you know, making it your own. But I wanted to include it here for you guys just in case you have something similar and you didn't really know what you wanted to do with it, right? Or if you wanted to make it yours. So then right here, I took a Kathy gel bow, applied that to the top, and then I took some of these holly berry embellishments, added that to the center of the bow, and then 3 spots on the outer rim of that plate. But lovies, I'm so excited today because I am co-hosting or a guest host on the Talented Creators, where it was Creator's Choice. This is hosted by Aria from DIY with Aria and Loli from Loli D's Creation. This along with me this month, we have an additional guest host of Farmhouse Frugally. I will have their information in my description box below, as well as that open playlist. Go by, tell them May said hello. I can't wait to see what they created for you all. All right, because I'm telling you, there is some talent out there that you guys may be sleeping on. So go check them out so you can get you some inspiration. So what you see here for project number 2 is I took 3 of these little mini cutting boards, had these in my stash for I don't know how long, y'all. but I found them. And all I did here, again, going in with that red paint and that gold rubbing buff, I'm just, as you can see, that's what I'm doing here. And I didn't do the back of these because at the time I was doing this, y'all know I like to be lazy sometimes, but nobody's gonna see the back of this because it's mine. And y'all know the rule. Y'all know the rule if y'all been here with me anytime. Don't be looking at the back of my stuff. So then next I had these white letters that I do believe I got these from Hobby Lobby. If I did not got them from Michael's. Now I was going to leave them in white initially, but it was giving me too much of a kind of a toyish, or I don't know. It wasn't giving me the vibe I wanted. So I decided to go in and cover them with that same antique gold rubbing buff. And I really love the outcome of this. And I have to say, this is probably it's not the simplest project of today, but it just, something about it just really made me smile. It really put some joy in my heart. And I almost want to say it's probably my favorite of today because it's the simplicity of it was just so cute, and the outcome, it was just cute to me. But you know, again, people don't see what I see sometimes, but I really love this. So as you can see there, I'm just taking a little bit of hot glue, and you can definitely use some stronger glue here to adhere these together. And then I'm going to take one of these crafting sticks or jumbo popsicle sticks, and I'm just going to apply that to the back. That's just a little added security. So then I go in with some of this gold rope that I had, and I'm going to loop that through either side where the J and the Y is. And we're going to make a hanger out of this, right? Tying it off with a little bit of a knot, adding a little hot glue to the back. You're going to see me do that in just a few seconds here coming up. I'm just sizing it up to see how long I want that rope to be. And guys, I'm telling you, this is just like, I feel like this is like total redemption for me after my last video. Because I loved everything about this, and I really did. I was just like, this is just so cute and simple, and the colors, again, the colors were just all the vibe for me throughout this video. And I love how these little cutting boards, they had the little dip in them where you could put those letters. And I don't know. It was just something about this piece. And I know, I'm just rambling now. And I probably left way too much of this in. But hey, lovies, y'all know how I roll on this channel. Y'all know this is not y'all first rodeo with me, okay? So I'm super, super excited about this piece, and I'm so sorry I left so much of it in, but yeah, here we go. Alrighty. So I'm just tying it off in a knot there, guys, and as you can see, I am now cutting it down, and yeah. And oh, here we go. We're going to add a little hot glue. This is where we have the hot glue in there after we cut it down. All right, and there you have it. You ever want to know how to tie a knot and hot glue some things down? There you go. I just gave it to you. All right. So once we get that all done, I'm going in with some of my little miniature bows, and they're just red and green with the little trim of gold. I don't know if you can really see them really well on here. Like I say, a lot of times when I'm editing, it's very small for me to see, and I can't see as is, but usually once the video goes up, it's actually a better visual for you all. But I'm just taking 3 of those little miniature bows that I have there after I remove all the little glue webs. Those things are so annoying to me, off my hand. But anyway, I'm gonna put that to cover the holes. Now when I did this, I thought the middle one afterwards, I was like, I probably should have brought that one down a little bit, but at the end I was like, you know what, it still worked. It still came out really cute to me. So, you know, I wasn't too disappointed with it. Now I have one of these little resin cardinals that I'm going to place right here for the time being. But as I go through the project and I start looking at it, I'm like, I don't like it there. So you'll see that I'm going to move that in just a few seconds. But before I do that, I'm going to take some more of these little holly berry embellishments, and I'm going to place them on either corner at the bottom of this sign. Now, again, looking back at this, I feel like maybe I should have put it in probably parts of the red section there. but I still like the way this came out. Like, it wasn't a bad piece at all. It's just a matter of placement, you know. And when you're in the zone, I was tired. I was doing this after I had got off work, and I was just trying to get through the projects. And so I was moving really fast, you know. So afterwards, you know how that goes. You just kind of see things and be like, oh, I shoulda, woulda, coulda. And that was just one of these situations. But at the end of the day, it still came out really cute in my humble opinion. So this is where I'm taking that cardinal and I'm going to put it at the bottom in the center of the O. And now, again, I don't know if it really shows up well at this point to me. I can barely see it, but in real, you know, real sight, I can see it just fine. It pops. It really looks cute. But that's it for this piece. So we're going to go into project number 3. All right. And stick around, lovies, because I do like to show all my projects at the end during a final reveal for you guys all at once, just so you can see everything together. It's just how I like to do things. So stick around for that. I do have 5.5 projects, like I mentioned already, for you guys, but I'm super excited about it. So what you saw there was I took one of the Dollar Tree cutting boards, one of the newer ones, the larger size ones. Then I took 4 of these wooden appliques I had in my stash, which I do believe I got from Amazon. No, I'm sorry, from Temu. And right here, I'm taking this wall decal that Kathy Jo had sent me last year sometime, and I'm just gonna center I'm just gonna center that right in the middle of that cutting board, and already it's popping. Again, I know I'm gonna say this probably 50 million more times before we end this video. It's something about that red, white, gold, and green that is really working for me this year. So once I do that, I lay down these appliques and I just glue them on with a little bit of hot glue in the event that I want to take them off and use them for something else. And so once I get them glued down, I am just going to commit to go ahead and put on some more of this antique gold rub and buff. And this is what really brought this project to life, in my opinion. It looked absolutely beautiful, just beautiful to me. And again, some may not agree, but this was really, really cute. So what I decided to do after that is just go around the outside part of that with some more of that gold rub and buff, and that was pretty much it for this. But I also decided, because I love bows, I decided to add a bow. It's a sticker, and I just added that right to the top, going in with another one of those holly berry embellishments. And we are done with this project, lovies. So we're going to move on into our next project using one of these little cap tins from Dollar Tree. I don't know if they're caps, bottle caps, pie tins. I don't know what to call them, but they look like both, in my opinion. But I had these in my stash as well, and I was like, I definitely want to use this. I haven't used them in a while, and so what I decided to do there, and I taped down that jute twine hanger, but I am going to, in the end, take that off. At first, I thought I was going to keep it, but once I finished this project, it just did not work for me. And this project had a lot of shenanigans to it. So I'm going to show you guys a little snippet of what happened once I originally finished this, and then once I came to my senses, you know. Had a little birdie tell me, like, you might want to change that. It didn't quite come to life how I wanted. But what I did here was I took a little bit of white paint, as you saw there. I just painted the inside, kind of leaving that middle part more of just like a little light white brushing on it, because I wanted to give it that effect as if it had the snowy, frosty look, like if you're looking through a window, if you will. And I'm going to place this Cardinal, another rub-on transfer, right in the middle of there, and it just, guys, it just popped. It just really, really popped. Not to, you know, I even have to give credit to the rub-on transfers, because they were so vibrant. That I think really contributed to a lot of the projects today, like really standing out in my eyes. But right here is where it started, guys. Like, my brain was on overload, and I'm like, okay, let's give it a snowy effect. So I go in with my furry yarn, and that's what happens, right? I'm like, yeah, no, that's not the vision. So I remove all of that and I go back in and I just paint the inner part of that in red, and I add some of that white macrame cord and some beads to this. Now, I was only supposed to do, I was going to do about 6 or 8 beads, and I counted them out, but apparently I can't count, and I put 7 beads on here. So I was not going to cut it off. I could have easily did that and just, you know, took one of the beads off, but I was just like, at this point, I'm tired. We're going to just leave it. Okay. We'll deal with that later. All right. So here is our half project. All right. So I found this at Walmart, and I absolutely could not leave it there. It was a little pricey in my opinion, but it was well worth it. It was only $20, but I love it. Once you turn it on, it just spoots up the little golden or little crystally flakes or whatever, snowflakes with the cardinals in there, and it lights up. So I just decided to take one of these candle rings or wreath rings, whatever you want to call them, for the candles, and then this little Merry Christmas ornament I had in my stash, and I just wanted to add this little bit of embellishment here to make it my own, and just to kind of give it that vintage feel. And guys, I think it's just so simple and so cute. So if you have something similar and you don't know what to do with it, you can just throw on a few embellishments to make it your own, and there you have it. So again, not a craft, just a way to juice some things up. But we are moving into our final project of today, guys. I know this video is going really fast. I'm surprised myself, but it is going really fast. So we of course cannot do the whole video without doing one of our terracotta teacups, and we are on terracotta teacup number 47, following the same colors throughout today, what we've been doing all along. But for our newcomers here, what we have been doing on this channel is a terracotta teacup series, where we take a regular terracotta pot, put a handle on it, as you see I'm doing right there, and we turn it into a terracotta teacup with a theme. And of course, you guys know today's theme is going to be what? A cardinal, of course. So what you see I'm doing right here, after I did the painting of the base in the teacup, I'm taking one of these wood slices that I think I got these from Hobby Lobby, and I wanted to add almost like a little bit of a woodlands theme to this one, okay, but not a rustic, woodland theme. I wanted to keep it not, I don't know, it just I don't know the other word to use, but not rustic, okay? It's just a woodland theme to it. But I just did a light white brush on top of that, and I'm just gonna glue it on the top of our teacup, kind of leaving the back with a little bit of space in the back there. I don't know if you could see that. So then I'm gonna take this cardinal ornament. I'm not sure, I don't know where I got this from. It was in my stash too, but I don't know where I got it from. And I'm gonna perch that right on top, and then I'm taking some of these gold and red eucalyptus leaves that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just placing one right in front of the cardinal, as you can see there, and one at the base of our teacup. Okay, this is so pretty to me, and it might be a little busy to some when we get to the end of this, but I love it. I love this. Like, everything today, I'm so serious, everything today was just beautiful to me. But here I added in this little miniature gold bow. I am going to take that off, you'll see right here, because I just didn't like it, and I did a little painting over there where it was, because the glue wouldn't come completely off, but you can't really tell unless you're really looking at it. So then I have this pine pick. That's why I left that opening in the back, because again, wanting to give this that woodland vibe, but also giving it kind of I don't want to say like more a little upscale woodland, I guess. I don't know. And I'm just going to hot glue that in the back of there. Now I am going to take one of these little wood medallions that I painted in red as well, and I'm going to put that on the back just to add a little support to this, because that pick is plastic, and over time I feel like it would probably kind of lean back a little bit, and I didn't want that. So I'm just adding that in for added security. And again, I love this. So next, what I decided to do was take some of these gold beads. Now these were left over from my mom's wedding, and I'm just going to drape these over, kind of like what you would do on a Christmas tree. And again, it might be a little too busy for some, but I absolutely love this. And here we are, lovies, in the final review. If you are still here writing with me, thank you so much. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you had a favorite, I want to hear about that. But lovies, if you haven't done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting, because you guys know how I feel about those comments. And don't forget to hype this video. That is a new thing that is happening on YouTube, where it helps out us smaller content creators get our videos pushed out there a little bit further. Even if you don't want to hype my video, go find your favorite content creator, give them a hype. It would help us all out so very much, because we appreciate you guys being here. And if you're enjoying the content, this is one way you can show us that you appreciate us. And also, it's free. Everything is free. So if you haven't already done so, consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting, and don't forget to hype. All right. And if you love today's theme, the next few videos are going to be different themes. So I hope you guys come back for that. Some of it's fun, some of it's just really pretty and cute and all the good things. So I'm super excited about it, but come back for that. And I just want to welcome any newcomers to the channel. We are growing. We are on the road to 10,000. We are so close. We're just 500 away. I can't believe it. And you guys know I promised you guys a really awesome giveaway, because I love to do that with my milestones. I just wasn't able to do it when we hit 9,000 and 9,500 because of my move and all of that. But with the when we get to 10,000, we are going to have a party, okay? So definitely, you know, share the video with anyone you think may enjoy it, or just on your platform if you have one. It would be greatly appreciated. I'm super excited about reaching that milestone, because this has been a true journey for me, a long and hard one, you know, and I am enjoying it because of all of the great people that I have met along the way. So again, what I like to do with our terracotta teacup series is I like to show all the terracotta teacups we have created so far at the end of the video. So stick around for that. Don't tap out just yet. It does go by quite quickly, and it's always fun to just do a quick recap of what we've done, our journey to get to 47. We are our goal is 50, but we know we are going to surpass 50, and I'm excited about that, because who knew we would get this far? I say that all the time. I never thought that we would get this far into all of these, but it has been so much fun doing them. And if you see a favorite of one of those, leave that in the comments. If you have an idea of a new one, because we do have a running list going right now, and so we are booked for Christmas. Like, I think we've covered everything for Christmas, but we do have a running list. Even if it's not Christmas related, you can still drop that in the comments. If it's not already on the list, I'll add it to the list, you know. And so yeah, but I do want to hear from you guys. And don't forget, lovies, I am participating in the Talented Creators Open Playlist along with our host and co-host. I will have their information in my description box below, as well as, like I said, that awesome playlist. There is some beautiful and raw talent out there, guys, that I do believe a lot of you may be missing out on, because they are awesome, absolutely amazing. So you definitely want to stop by, check them out, and tell them that May sent you over, because I can't wait to see what they've created for you, because I already know it's gonna be awesome. So stop by, tell them all I said hello, and I'll be over in a minute to check them out. Don't forget to hype us up. And if you're interested in buying me a coffee, lovies, here's how you can do so. What it does is just help me to purchase those things that I don't always have in my stash, that I have to constantly replenish. If you can't do it, I still appreciate you being here. Hugs and kisses. XOXO. Bye.